All right, and now we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the first question, now this is part two. These are our hashtag Verse TV questions that we ask all of our guests. So, by all of our guests, we're asking each of you individually as well, because both of
Mhm.
you are our guests. And we will start off with this first question going to Stefan, and then we'll follow up, and the exact same question will go to Greg, and then we'll sort of switch back and forth as we go. All right. So, question number one, Stefan.
Mhm.
If you had all the money, power necessary, what would you do, change that you feel would most benefit the LGBT plus community?
Ooh, I would do a lot. I mean, if I had all the power and money, reverse Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, reverse a lot of anti-gay legislation, build a lot of quality and, quality and sustainable shelter for LGBT youth that have been kicked out of their homes, abandoned, and have nowhere else to go, and just give them a quality of life training for jobs and things that can make them productive members of society. So
Fantastic.
that's me. Yeah.
Excellent. And Greg?
So for me, I think TV and film has such a huge impact on shaping society's thoughts and progression. And for me, what I would like to do if I had all the money in the world is really to broadcast more stories of our lesbian, bisexual, gay, trans, etc. brothers and sisters, they, them,
Non-binary,
non-binary,
yeah.
and really showing more of those stories. Because what happens is we need to humanize our experiences for people to really understand what's going on. Even for me as a black gay man, I need to learn more about the trans, sort of like movement and the trans like
Experience. Hmm.
experience and challenges that they deal with. Because I don't have any friends that are trans and I don't really directly have any connection with them. But at the root of everything, it's really about identity. And identity is at the root of everything. And I think for me, it would be in TV and film.
Representation.
So having that representation on film and letting the masses see our stories is super important. So TV and film is like one of my most important things when it comes to LGBT plus community, like telling our stories.
I agree 100% times 100. Okay. Now, and this time the question will go to,
Greg.
yep, yeah. Okay. Greg first, and then
Yeah.
Stefan after. All right. And it starts off with a quote. And the quote is, ask not where I live or what I like to eat or how I comb my hair, but ask me, what am I living for in detail? Ask me what I think is keeping me from living fully for the thing I want to live for. And that's a quote by Thomas Merton. And the actual question is, what is your goal in life? And what is slowing you from achieving your goal?
Wow, that is a very hard question. Whew, that is a lot. But honestly, I really have a passion for like mentorship and training. And I think what's important, like if at least one person can be like, hey, Greg, I liked what you've done, or I like to see the things that you've been able to accomplish. Like, how can I get there? And I can't tell them how to get there. I can tell them what I've done, and they really have to make the decisions on their own in regards to like where they want to go. But I think being able for people to see me as a black, gay, Haitian man of immigrant parents that has been able to do certain things that is possible for anyone. And there are definitely obstacles that are put in our place. And I think the greatness of our culture is being resilient. And but sometimes you definitely need that support as well. So just being there to support others. And I think that's been the greatness of this business as well. We partnered with so many Black businesses, specifically also LGBT plus communities and businesses as well. So, doing that as well has been great.
Yeah, so
Fantastic. Yes.
my goal in life, um, wow, I've never really thought about that question. So when you asked it, I was sitting here like, what is my goal? And I could say something like, I've always loved singing. Karaoke is like one of my favorite pastimes. So like a goal or a dream of mine would be to like be a singer and
Hmm.
like dive into that full time. And the only thing stopping myself is me because I don't feel confident in my voice. I feel like there are way better singers than me. There are a bunch of singers out here. Like, what makes me special? What makes me think I can even be that? But I just right now thought about something. A goal of mine that just came to me would be, to make Ghana proud.
Mm.
Like for Bottle to be such a success and for it to be internationally known that I can, uplift Ghana, my home country, in a way that, you know, I probably couldn't do otherwise. And I want Ghanaians to be like, he is one of ours.
Hmm.
He has made us proud. And Ghana is also a country where being gay is criminalized, and it's not a thing to be. So for them to see that one of their own who is gay has made it and is this person that we are proud of, that would be an amazing dream to accomplish, an amazing goal. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And that will help the youth there as
Yeah.
well, not just the youth. That will help.
The country overall.
Yeah, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the fact that Ghana's specifically most recent anti-gay bill
Yeah.
actually came from Illinois. But that's another topic. Don't even get me started. Anyway, but yeah. So next, and this one will go to Stefan, then
Yes.
Greg. And what is your hashtag deepest tea? I.e., something that you've never shared on media before, but something that you're willing to share with us, of course.
My deepest tea. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Mm.
There's a lot. What can I share though? um okay, here's one. So I've always known that I am a gay individual. And you know how they say like your family knows before you even come out. Well, before I even came out to my family, and my siblings are gonna hate me for this if they ever watch this. But my older sister and my two younger brothers and my brother-in-law were taking bets on if I was truly gay and when I would come out. So when I did come out, they were not surprised and they were like, "Yeah, we were taking bets. We were waiting for when this would happen." And they were very supportive, and my siblings are great. My brother-in-law, a Jamaican man who like is like a second father to me. He loves me. He loves me for me, gay and all, a
Yes.
Jamaican man.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
literally the other day, he was like, I cannot wait till you get married. Like, I am excited for when that happens. So, you know,
Yay.
yeah, that's my tea.
Fantastic.
Mine is not that. Mine is completely different. Honestly, as a kid, I've always wanted to be a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And so even going through school, that is just something I've always wanted to do. So he always tries to figure out, like, as I watch a lot of true crime shows, like I watch Law and Order like it's nobody's
Hmm.
business. And he's always like really concerned because he's like, why is he watching all of these things? But I just always had a have a fascination for like just crime shows and stuff like that because I
Yeah.
always wanted to be a police officer. But then I got to a certain age where I thought to myself, I don't think I'm actually willing to put my life in danger for other people in that particular way. And so, you have to know who you are. And so I quickly changed that and just started going into technology.
Yeah, he's very obsessed with murder mysteries and like all those Netflix documentaries and
Yeah.
things. And I'm just like, oh,
Yep.
okay.
Absolutely.
Got to keep one eye on him.
Nice. All right. Now we're going to go Greg, then Stefan.
Mhm.
What are some stumbling blocks that you've had on your path up? And how did you overcome?
Ooh. Like, are you talking about like in general or like with bottled?
Whenever it comes to any of these questions, it's always just however you interpret it. So if you want to
Yeah.
answer for bottled, if you want to make it a hybrid of both, go for it.
Yeah, I think, kind of like what I said, the stumbling blocks is like really just getting in your way and really like sometimes talking yourself out of things and then doubting that you can do something. Actually, when we were launching Bottled, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
nobody ain't nobody gonna buy this stuff. Nobody is gonna buy this stuff. Ain't nobody gonna mess with us. Da da da. And so, and I think I'm really fascinated by like when you see like other like CEOs and owners of business, they're like, and they're so cocky and confident. They're like, no, people want this. And I'm like, that's the spirit I want. But I'm just always really like, are people gonna like this? Do people like this? Are they still gonna want it? Like what's the realty? Like even when like honestly, when people say, I really, really like this, and in my head I'm like, do they really or are they saying that? Like, so it's really like getting in your way. So really having to step back and be like, maybe people actually do like this. Yeah.
Nice. Kind of like Mark Zuckerberg pushing Meta. He
Yeah.
really believes in that. So, Watson, that's going to be the next big thing too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right behind bottled, right? Right behind bottled.
Yeah.
Of course, of course, of
Right.
course.
Of course.
Yeah. So for me,
Yes.
stumbling blocks and obstacles. I am a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be meticulous. I want everything, all the I's dotted, T's crossed, like everything. Like, and Greg is not that. And with bottled, and even with like my regular 9 to 5, like,
Mhm.
I stress over perfection. And to the point that, it's something called like analysis paralysis. If you analyze something too much and like you're in the details and the weeds of it, you like ultimately you get paralyzed. And how I am overcoming that, Greg's helping a lot, especially with on the bottled side of things, because he's not one to like really be the perfectionist. He's just like, we should do it and,
Yeah.
make progress and updates over time and just all of that.
Yeah.
So he's really like teaching me that again, progression, not perfection. And that is due to him. And also, another thing would be, like Greg was saying, talking yourself out of
Mm.
things. Like I said about being a singer, like, I'm like, what? There are plenty other singers out there. Like, what makes your voice unique? What makes you so special? And like, in a way, I've talked myself out of pursuing that and have kept it to just karaoke. And so how I'm helping myself get over that is doing more karaoke in a public setting, not in like the private rooms, and seeing what people's reception to that is. And
Mm,
most recently, I performed at one of the bars in DC and got a great reception, and I was not expecting it. And I was like, oh, maybe I can do this. So just putting myself out more and taking risks and just seeing what happens.
yeah.
So watch out for that album. Maybe.
Yes,
Maybe.
album. Okay.
Maybe. Who knows?
Is it going to be on the bottled independent label?
You know what? Be on one of the commercials. Watch out for our first commercial. I'll probably give the vocals to that.
Yes. Man, you guys do not cease to amaze me. Oh my gosh. Because, yes, like you're saying it playfully, but yes, yes, that's exactly it. Oh my gosh. Yes. You guys are amazing. Period.
Thank
Oh,
you.
all right. So, for question number 5 of 5, rounding out the whole interview segment, and we'll start with Greg and then go to Stefan. First question, or this question: what are some things that you would like to be left in the legacy time capsule for your work?
Wow. Ooh, these questions. Oh my gosh. What do I want to be left? Oof. I don't know. I mean, when I think about that, I think about neither one of my parents have a formal education, and they came to this country with no high school diploma and minimal middle school education. Couldn't speak English coming to this country. Um, so I think leaving that story here for people to see, because there are still people that are dealing with that. And I think that's a story that people need to read and understand and hear, because it's not a unique story. But yeah, some of those stories just need to keep being told so people understand that. Like, I think what happens is like we've done so much progression across the society as a whole, but people don't understand that there are still people that are still at a place where you were before, that are still trying to move forward to get where you are now. And I think that's also really important to think about. So yeah, leaving my story. I think that's what I just
Excellent.
winged that, by the way.
Uh, oh, and thank you all because I technically did go out of order with that one, but
That's
thank
okay.
you. Absolutely. All right. And
And
oh,
for
yes,
me,
yes.
what I would leave in the legacy time capsule. I was thinking this when the question was asked. I would leave our Google order form. I would leave our very first like website, which was again a Google order form, just so people can see like where we started. And
Yeah,
it's like it was not razzle dazzle, it was basic.
yeah,
And I want that message to be just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be what you
yeah,
envision.
yeah,
Just start it and
yeah,
it will become what you envision.
yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's also a good point, and one thing that I've been telling him as well. Like on our social media,
Mm.
I think there's so much potential for our social media to be better. But what's happening is like we're not dedicating an 8 hour day to work on bottle. Like we're working our 9 to 5s 8 hours a day. Then after hours, we're working on bottle, right? And so like if we could dedicate a whole full day to working on bottle, of course, I think our presence will be a lot more known and even visually it will look better. But I think leaving what we currently have and then like seeing how it progresses over years time, especially when we have more dedicated, sort of like expertise on working on some of those things and seeing like this is where we were, like how we do like this is where it started, this is where it is now. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. And this question, where can people find Bottled, you all, on social media? On
Yeah,
media.
so you can go to our website, which is bottled.co. That's BOTLD.co. You can find us on Instagram at underscore BOTLD. Same name for Twitter, underscore BOTLD. And then also you can find us on Facebook, Bottled Up, BOTLDUP.
And I just want to add, if you've ordered from us, take a picture of you enjoying your drink, send it to us, and you may be featured on our website
Yeah,
or on our social media. So if you go on our website, you may find yourself there
yeah,
because
yeah,
we display pictures of our customers on the homepage. So
yeah.
check us out.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
greatness of this is really just including our community in all of
Hmm.
this as well too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys really are the quintessence of marketing geniuses. As you were saying that, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. You guys just everything, everything. Uh, to the well, I don't want to say to the moon because when he said to the moon, it was something kind of violent. But into the stratosphere, bottom.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
into the.
Good vibes, good energy, positive. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, thank you all very much. And this is concluding the interview segment of the
Yeah,
show. And we will do something else after it. But this has been hashtag Verse TV week 153. And this has been the All the Tea interview with the amazing couple, the amazing dynamic business duo, Bottle, Greg,
thank you.
and Stefan. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and I'm turning off the live a little bit. Un poquito. Because we're. No, don't delete it.